Hello everybody and welcome back to Mutti Plays Pokemon Sapphire version. Today we are going to head for Slateport City and deliver the Devon goods. And here we have landed upon a beach. And it is full of beach-going sailors and kids in inner tubes. Isn't that adorable? Now, one thing I kind of like about the music here is that I swear, like, every track has this epic quality to it. Like, everything is just so grand. And I really hope they don't end up making it... Oh, soft sand ups the power of ground type moves. And I really hope that if they do get to remaking this generation that they do not end up making the music sounding silly by adding freaking clown horns in it. Like, seriously, what were they thinking adding clown horns in the music in the Gen 2 remakes? I just... What? I'm not sure if they sound like clown horns, but they're the kind of honking that, makes me think of a clown honking his little horn-shaped thingy with a rubber ball at the end to make the noise. That thingy, lip bobber, whatever it's called. And and let's see what this kid has. It's a Zigzagoon. Yay! Yay! Good girl, Nene. Kill it in one hit. And what does she have? Azurill! The, infant form of Marill and Azumarill. Something kind of weird though. Azurill is a normal type, but Marill and Azumarill are water types. And the gender ratio for Azurill. I forget which gender it's in favor of. I think the girls? I don't know. But, the gender ratio for Azurill is like 3/4 are one gender and 1/4 is the other gender, I believe. But with Marill and Azumarill, the gender ratio is 50-50. So, just what were the programmers smoking when they programmed in the gender ratio for Azurill? Did they not realize that it was a pre-evolved form of Marill, or did they somehow have the impression that a Marill was a water type? What the hell? Oh look, another Azurill. Yay! My brain, it hurts. Oh, and also, Here, the art for it is a very happy expression, but if you compare the art through the generations up to Gen 5, you'll notice that its expression is slowly growing more sad or panicky or what have you. Do you think maybe it realized all the weird shit about it? And it's like, oh god, why do I exist? Why do I exist? And Meryl here is a pure water type, so it is weak to grass, flying, and electric types. Yes. And now, one thing I tend to like to do, if you've been paying attention to the levels of my Pokemon, you'll probably notice that I like to keep them about the same level as everybody else. But in this game, there's a bit of a gap between when I am able to get the second Pokemon that I want for my team and the third, and it's 2.5 gym leaders worth of a gap. Now, I can get my team fairly level through the 2 gym leaders, but the second of the gym leaders, which is the one I'm going to be conquering in 2 or 3 parts from now, more likely 2, if I don't have any trouble with them. Like, my team is not exactly built to handle the 3rd gym leader, so I tend to overgrind past the levels that I have in mind for the gym leaders, just to get past him. And even then, there is a buttload of trainers after the 3rd gym leader before I get to face the 4th gym leader. And if I fought each and every one of them, I am going to have way over-leveled Pokemon by the time I get to the 4th gym. So, bit of a not entirely annoyance with the generation, but I feel it's more something to keep me on my toes, maybe? Oh, now that I think on it, I probably could have averted it if I kept up with Dish over there, but I know. And now we are in Slateport, and there's a line of Team Aqua Grunts. But before we deal with them, we are going to heal up. And make our way down. But first, this is where the goods must go, or at least where we need to go to find out where they go. And one thing I've found annoys me in some of the games that I've played is that where you're playing through a game second or beyond time and you remember what you have to do in order to progress, but the game won't let you progress unless you talk with a specific person to give your character the idea that they have to do the thing that you knew that you wanted to do. And it's fine about I'm the sort of person that Carvanha, Dark Water, weak to electric, fighting, bug, grass. There was a third one, what's in there? I think that's it. Or did I mention a third type on Merrill and didn't catch it? Anyways, those are its weaknesses, and be careful of using physical moves on it because it has the ability Rough Skin, which causes you a little damage for doing a physical attack on it. But, back to my little conversation. Yay, Kitsube! I am the sort of person that would forgive a game for not being realistic if taking the effort to be realistic would make the game a bit more frustrating to play. Because, I would rather play a game that's... well, I just find it better if the game is designed to... games are meant to reward you for playing them, and realistic features that only make the game more frustrating to play are kind of annoying to me. Like, one reason I really dislike Gen 2 out of Pokemon is that, I know they give you the choice to either head west or east after you get the Eckertique gym badge, but the levels of the Pokemon are designed both ways, as if whichever path you chose is the first one you chose, and while that may be nice for those who decide to screw around with the sequence a little bit, I like having my Pokemon at certain levels as I progress through the game. Like, I want to be at this level by the time I fight this gym leader. And with levels programmed to be more forgiving, with levels programmed to be lower in areas that are supposed quote-unquote supposed to be higher levels programmed like weaker levels? It makes it harder for me to... It takes longer for me to get to the levels that I need to get to in order to get to my goals of stuff. I am a grinder and I hate grinding against weak targets that take forever. And boy am I glad that there is only that black and white don't have this problem too much, because each area pretty much a straight line, and each area you go to is it's basically programmed in line so that each progressive area you get to is a stronger and stronger level. But in Generation 2, the levels are fairly weak. And when you get back to Kanto, the levels there are also, well, they're programmed the same way they were in the first games. So that means you're a guy or girl in 30s, 40s, maybe 50s in your levels. And all the wild Pokemon are like in their teens, at least in the area that you first get to, and that's at best. So unless you decide to stick to the waters, which is another thing I tend to find annoying in Pokemon games, is that I forget if this was true for the earlier games, but for the later games, they seem to basically pick a really low level and then a really high level. And when you're in the water, what level you run into is completely random. So you could run into a level 30 Pokemon at one moment, and then a level 5 Pokemon the next. And I know that's probably more realistic, but again, it makes my general playstyle a bit more frustrating to go through. And I must finish off the rant here. I will see you next time on Mutti Plays Pokemon Sapphire.